teacher Prix, and I want to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. And I'm back with live videos on Friday nights. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining. I hope for watching. I hope you can get some ideas in this video, okay? And if you're joining, thank you for joining. Let me know who you are, where you are from, say hi. Okay, hello from Peru. Hi Selma, how are you? And before I start, I want to apologize for any noise. Okay, as you know, I live downtown. I still live downtown in São Paulo. So it's very noisy here. Cars, ambulances, children, dogs, you know. So sorry about that, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. But I hope that today's tips can help you out. Hi Robinson from Rio. Oh, hello from São Paulo. Are you tired? Oh my goodness. Hello, Paul. Paul is also in São Paulo. That's great. Ali, hello. Good morning to you, Ali. Hello, Fernando. Hi, Antonio. Asenir. It's so nice to see all the names, people I already see in the live video. So this is very cool. Okay, thank you for joining me in this live video. So what have you guys been doing lately? Very well. Hi Jessica from Pernambuco. Let's see. Well, I'm doing very well. I had a lovely vacation. It was great. Now I'm back in the game, trying to make videos for you guys. Hi Danielle. Oh, I'm so glad you have joined. That's great. So I'm happy you guys are joining. I'm happy to be back with the live videos. So this is good. I promise I'll be trying to make the live videos every Friday, unless something happens. Gertrudis, thanks for joining. Very well, guys. Flamengo no tiene mundial. Yes, it doesn't. Hi, Edvan, how are you? So, are you guys studying English? Did you study English this week? I know it's Friday and tomorrow is Saturday and you're gonna chill and relax, but did you study English this week? It's very important to keep studying. Okay, very well. So let me know what you guys studied in English during this week. Okay, I would love to know. And if you have questions about something you studied, hey, I'm here to help you out. But today I studied, I chose a subject that many people ask me, and I have many students, many clients as well, who have problems with simple past, okay? So, oh, thanks Gertrudis. Oh, in English it's difficult to pronounce, but in Portuguese it's easy. So many students have problems to study simple past. Actually, not really just to study simple past, but to use simple past. So today I'm going to give you some ideas of things you can do when you're going to study simple past, okay? And more important than that, when you're going to use simple past, okay? Because I have so many, I've seen so many people, I have heard so many students not using simple past. So they learn simple present, I don't, I go, and they only use simple present. You know, in a conversation, if you're trying to communicate, people will probably understand you. But it's nice to try to fix this mistake and to improve that, okay? And as I always say, you will improve by practicing. So I'm gonna give you some practical ideas, okay? The first thing you need to keep in mind is, well, Daniel just gave an example he studied yesterday morning. Great simple past example. That's wonderful. If you want to give your simple past examples, leave them in the chat. I'll try to read them as we go along. Okay. Now, hi Jaime, how are you? So the first thing that students confuse is making negative phrases, okay? Making negative sentences. For example, teacher, I didn't study yesterday. Now, what is the confusion? Many students confuse didn't and don't because they probably learned don't more more easily. It was probably the first thing they learned in English when they were learning simple present. And now they are in transition. They are learning a different tense. So the first thing you need if you're going to make a negative phrase is forget don't. And let's bring didn't. Okay? You didn't study English 2 weeks ago. That's great, Danielle. Well, Danielle is giving me examples. If you want me to read your examples, write them here and I'm gonna take a look at them and give you some corrections. Examples only in the simple past, okay? I wanna see your examples in the simple past. Let's practice together today, okay? So, confusion, don't and didn't. So don't are using the present. Oh, Priscilla, what is present? Present is a tense, a conjugation, which we use to describe things we are doing now, in the present, at this moment. Not emphasizing the progress, but everyday activities, like I work. Okay, this is present, I work. Now, I didn't work yesterday. Now, that's the difference, okay? I don't work on Saturdays. That's the simple present phrase. I'm just saying that on Saturdays, I don't work, okay? Now, if I want to talk about a situation in the past, I didn't work last Saturday. The last Saturday, let's see the date of last Saturday. It was September 30th. So on September 30th, past, I didn't work. Okay? I don't want you to forget don't. I just like to add didn't. Oh, cool. I didn't work with my dad last month. That's a nice example, Danielle. Great. So, this is the first confusion we have in negative phrases. Okay? Why am I starting with negative phrases? Because this is a very popular mistake. Okay, many students will say, or sometimes in chat, in group conversations, I'm always reading conversations in groups, in Facebook groups, Google Plus groups, and I check to see what you guys are doing. And many times this mistake pops up. I don't go yesterday to blah blah. Oh, I don't study last week. So this is something for you to start thinking about, okay? I didn't learn how long I needed. Gilmar, I didn't learn, okay? The second part, how long you needed to study. Can you explain your example? But the first part, good. So, the second thing that is very common. Hey, you didn't watch my videos? Hey, you have to watch my videos. Well, I'm just replying to a comment, all right? So, the second thing that many students get confused about, and this is the biggest trouble, I guess, is the verb conjugation. What's that? When we are making phrases in the simple past, when we are describing activities we did in the past, if we are making affirmative sentences, we need to change the verb, okay? The way you write and the way you speak these verbs, they change, okay? And this is the common problem that many students have. They can't remember the conjugations. So what happens? Many times they say the verb again in the past. For example, oh, yesterday I go to the movies. That's not okay because go is in the present. So if you're talking about yesterday, you need to change because it's an affirmative sentence, okay? So I didn't realize that you were such a great teacher. Thanks, Erinaldo. Very nice example. So this is the confusion that students get many times when they are speaking. They're not paying so much attention or they're a little bit nervous and consequently they forget that this little change needs to happen. So yesterday I went to the movies. So the past of go is went. So this is one example of a confusion that students make when they are talking about things, activities that they did yesterday, okay? So now, Okay, Priscilla, I know these conjugations, they are difficult, but how can I remember the conjugations? You know, the suggestion I'm gonna give you guys here is something that will require practice, okay? Because at the end of the day, you only remember a verb conjugation if you use it, all right? So what happens? Oh, hello from Argentina. Hi, Stella. I saw your comment. I didn't have time to reply, but I'm so glad you liked the podcast. I had a wonderful time in Argentina. I loved it. People were so friendly. The food was great. Everything was amazing. And the alfajor, muy bueno. I love it. All right, so as I was saying, the thing I'm going to suggest you here will require time and will require dedication, okay? So it's not something that you're gonna do quick. And many times students get books, learn 100 verbs in the simple past, but they don't use them. So consequently, they forget these verbs conjugation, okay? So what am I gonna do is you're gonna grab a piece of paper or you're gonna use your cell phone. Okay, you can do that too. And you're gonna draw a column, okay? On the left, you're gonna put present. You're gonna write present. On the right, I got it. On the right, you're gonna write simple past. So present here, past here. You're gonna write this on a piece of paper, okay? Hi, Fernanda, I'm so glad you are, okay? I'm asking everybody to leave examples in the past, phrases, okay? So please leave your example. Martins, thanks for joining for the first time. I'm asking everybody to leave comments with examples in the simple past form, okay? So leave your example and I may read it here in the video. So, the column, present here on the left, past here on the right. And what are you going to do? You are going to choose a list, a small list, okay? I'm gonna suggest 20, but it can be 10, it can be 5, it can be 7. You choose your number, okay? But I would say 20, because if you are having problems with simple past, you probably know many verbs. You just don't know them in the past, okay? Selma, done with one N is not simple past, okay? The past of do is did. But nice, thanks for giving this example. This is probably something that many students get confused about, okay? Now, what are you going to do? As I was saying, you're going to choose 20 verbs that you know how to use in the present, that you are comfortable with, that you really know how to use. And then on the left, on the right side, you are going to write examples. But now you may be thinking, any example? No, This is the other mistakes. This is the other mistake that many students make. When they start studying simple past, they just write examples. They don't write examples that are important for them. They don't write examples that mean anything to them or that is something that happened to them. Okay, so this is the thing that you're gonna do here. All the examples you write on the right side will be things that are important to you, or things that happened to you, or things that you did. So that's how you are going to practice simple past, by writing examples that are relevant to you, because that's the way you learn English. And in this case, that's how you are going to learn simple past, okay? So for example, you can think, oh, okay, I wrote the verb make, all right? And then in the past, I need to think of my example. Now I have to really think, oh, what can I use with the verb make that really, nice, Selma, past of make is made, something that I really made, okay? For example, in my case, I made chocolate cookies for my friends. That's true. I made chocolate cookies for my friends. That is something that I made, okay? How about you? Remember that the verb make is usually used with preparation, food, things you create, okay? So it cannot be anything. but there are some expressions that you can use with the verb make. Okay, check my Instagram. I made some posts about make and do, so check them out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm there too. So that's how I'm going to use my two columns. On one side, I will put the verb in the present. On the other, I will tell myself a story. I will tell myself something that is important to me. I will tell myself something that actually happened to me, or something that is important, that is special to me. Danielle is saying, I cooked my own meal last Monday. That's great. Very nice. So can you cook? What did you cook? Okay? If it's just an example, invented, what did you cook? All right? Fernando, I didn't study English last year. Let's see if I can see it again, because I didn't say, yeah, this year I'm trying to learn. That's wonderful. Great example. Perfect use of simple past in the negative form. Awesome. So write your 20 lists. Aredas, I didn't make well. In this case, it's do. Okay, to do well. I didn't do well at the last exam, but great example. Selma, I did the homework this morning. Awesome. Very nice. You wish you could cook, you could learn to cook? Well, you and me both. Cooking is hard, especially when you drop everything or you're clumsy like me. Anyways, when do I change the list, teacher? When do I use new things, new verbs? When you feel confident with those verbs. Okay, so by the time you start to remember those verbs more easily, that's when you're gonna change those verbs and do something else. Hi Rosa, how are you doing? Okay, so do you understand the purpose of the list? You can do this on your phone. You can do this on your computer. You can do this on a notebook. You can do this on your tablet. Choose something that you can check every day. I know that there are some apps that you can do, like flashcards, and you can check on one side, you check the name of the verb you're using. On the other side, you check something else. I didn't learn enough English this week. Oh no, Mohammed, but there's always next week. You can learn more and study more. Okay, make sure to do that. Now, when you write your lists, you may have some problems at first when you're studying to make the sentences, to remember the verbs, to remember the structure. There may be, they didn't give me enough information. Great, Aredas. So sometimes you may make different kinds of mistakes, prepositions, adverbs, positions, but this is a different part, okay, of the situation. Let's first resolve the problem with the conjugations, and then we will fix the problems with order, prepositions, okay, one step at a time, okay? Anyways, now, one important thing that you can do in connection with this exercise on a piece of paper, cell phones, and other gadgets is to review the structure, okay? Just like as I was saying in the beginning, if you are having problems with simple past, it's because the structure is not so clear yet. And when I say it's not so clear, don't get me wrong, maybe you do, I fed my cat in the morning, so I worked all day and now I'm going home because the cat must be hungry again. Yeah, probably. I don't have a cat, but I imagine they eat more than once, I guess. I don't know. Who has a cat here in the chat? Who has a cat as a pet? Let me know here in the chat, of course. So, as I was saying, many of you probably studied simple past, but if you're having problems to use it, you still need to study it, okay? It's not, there's no end, there's no finish line when you're learning something in English. If you're having problems, you have to go back, okay? You have to go back into review. Sometimes when I feel like I'm making some mistakes that I shouldn't, I go back to the books, you know? I study, I read, I try to talk about it. So that's how you are going to improve it, okay? Now, as I was saying, let's review a little bit about the structure, okay? So when we are talking about past, simple past, we are talking about things that are over, okay? In the past, it's gone, okay? Yesterday. So let me think about what I did yesterday, okay? So yesterday I exercised, Okay, I went to the gym. Okay, I also read, the past of read. I read some articles on the internet. I watched my favorite TV shows. I listened to music, and I went to sleep, or I went to bed around 11 p.m. So these are all things I did, okay? So these are all things in the past. Now, as I said, if you are making affirmative phrases, things that in an affirmative sentence, your verb will change, okay? Either the way you write or the way you speak, all right? Now, there are two kinds of verbs in the simple past. They have some names, okay? You don't need to worry about explanations and names, but we have the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. What's this, Priscilla? Basically, easy verbs, difficult verbs, okay? Why easy verbs? Because the regular verbs, they follow a pattern. The way you write and the way you speak are these verbs are very similar. For example, travel, in the past, traveled, okay? All right, so another one, need, necessity, need, needed, okay? So these are the verbs that are easier to remember, all right? Dialoguemos bien. Oh, hello. Thank you for watching the video, okay? I hope you enjoy it. Now, these verbs, as I was saying, they are easier to remember because they follow a pattern, all right? I also have a video here on my channel where you learn a lot about simple past, okay? So check it out. After I finish the video, I will leave links to things I talked about here. I will write a summary, okay? I learned, this is ED, okay? Gilmar, this other conjugation you're using exists, but you use it in specific situations. So I learned ED, some very interesting things about myself. That's your example? Awesome, great, okay? Very well. The other kind of verb is the irregular verbs. What's this? These verbs change completely. For example, go, went, do, did, sleep, slept. They are very different, okay? So, how do you memorize these verbs? We go back to the list that I talked to you guys about, okay? Because there are many. I could make a video here, and I tend to do that in the future. Oh, 20 verbs in the simple past. But at the end of the day, if these verbs are not relevant to you, if these verbs are not important to you, you will not remember them, okay? And also another thing about the structure, keep in mind that all these changes, they happen in the affirmative sentence. If you are making a negative sentence, you use didn't, and your verb is normal. Back to infinitive form without to. I didn't go. I didn't sleep. I didn't study, because it's the negative form, okay? So you only have to change the way you write or the way you speak in affirmative sentences. About what I did today, well, the day is almost over, so Danielle was asking me to give an example of things I did today. The day is over, so I can already talk about my day. So in the morning, I woke up around 6 in the morning. Then I meditated, okay? I like to meditate in the morning. I meditate for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, so I meditated. Past, okay? After that, I read a little, okay? I like to read in the morning, so I read a little bit. Then I got up, brushed my teeth, okay, in the past. Had some coffee, and then at 7, I started work, okay? I have a student. So I have a student at 7, so at 7 I started work. After that, when I finished this class, I did other activities. I translated some materials. I do some translation work. I also watched my favorite TV show episode, Grey's Anatomy. Yes, I love Grey's Anatomy, so I watched it early in the morning while I was eating because I just had coffee. So I was hungry. That's why I had my breakfast and watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Then I went back to work. I did several things. I checked my social media, and now I'm here, okay, with you guys. So see, I described everything I did in my day, and probably these activities will repeat. Probably tomorrow I will do something similar, okay? So that's how you learn, by repetition. I have students who are 100% beginners, okay? And when they are beginners, after I teach simple past to them, after some lessons, I don't teach simple past in the beginning, I wait a little, but I teach some important verbs in the past. And it's very interesting to see that I repeat these verbs so much to these students that they memorize. They don't know much about structure, they don't know much about time and conjugation, they are beginners. But because I repeat so much that these verbs are past, you need to use this, not that, they learn. So the repetition is key, and this exercise I suggest you to do will definitely help you with that, okay? Once you understand the structure, it's better to do this exercise. That's why I'm reviewing the structure a little bit. I like irregular verbs because it never changes. Yes, it's a small change, the ed, okay? E as in elephant, D as in door, okay? So this is the way for you guys to do it. Now I have some other things to say about the structure. For example, if I want to ask you a question in the past about yesterday, for example, did you study English yesterday? Let's see here in the chat. Did you study English yesterday? Today is October 6th. Yesterday was October 5th. Did you study English yesterday? Jean saying yes, good job. Mohammed, good job. This my YouTube students, wonderful. I'm so happy you studied English yesterday. Danielle, yes, awesome. Adeilson, what's going on? You didn't? Oh no, I can't believe it. Behzad, yes. David, yes. I'm so proud of you guys. Good job. So I asked you a question. In my question, I don't change the verb. Yes, I don't need to change. Hobson, good job. You studied English. But I need did. Okay? Yes, I did. I studied English yesterday. So when you're asking questions in the past, you also need did. This is another confusion students have when they are using simple past. They confuse with do. Okay? So, oh, do you study English? Do you study English yesterday? Okay, so this is the confusion that happens because this student needs to repeat these structures more often. Okay, so Martins, you have to go. Oh, thanks for joining, but bye-bye. So this is the confusion as I was saying, and that's why the practice will help you with that. So if you want to make a question, you have to use this question. You have to make this question with did. Okay, so did you study English yesterday? And you can start with simple examples that are relevant to you. Did I take a shower yesterday? Yes, I did. I took a shower yesterday. Did I brush my teeth yesterday? Yes, I did. And today, before the class. So simple examples, okay, but relevant. Examples that happen to you, things you do, okay? Gilmar got married 22 years ago. Well, congratulations, because today this is rare. Hobson is saying he studies English every day. Excellent. So this is something that you can do. And for example, one of my last pieces of a recommendation here is practice this with someone, okay? Try to find friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, people who want to practice. And maybe you can decide, okay, so right now we're gonna practice, and we're going to practice simple past. Did you eat vegetables yesterday? Yes, I did. I love vegetables. Oh, they're good, so I like them. They're healthy. So this is a good idea, all right? Find someone who wants to practice with you, and then you can focus on specific subjects. Oh, okay, so now let's talk about past sentences, things we did yesterday, last week, okay? Oh, you didn't watch my live video last week? I didn't. You didn't because there wasn't. I came back with the videos today. Coutinho is asking me, how was your vacation? This is a great question, and this is a different question, okay? He used the verb to be in the simple past. This is one verb that is very independent, okay? This verb doesn't need help, all right? This verb is free, independent. So when you use this verb, you conjugate this verb in any situation, okay, in the past. I was tired yesterday. Whew. I was so tired yesterday. My God. Okay. Another example. I wasn't hungry this morning. Okay, past. All right. Now, if I ask you this question, were you tired yesterday? So if you pay attention, no did. Okay. No, because to be is free. Be free. You don't need did, all right? So with the verb to be specifically, you don't use did. Another verb like this, could. It's the past of can. You don't use it either, okay? Dialogamos bien. Did you go to the beach on your vacation last year? Yes, I did. I went to the beach. It was wonderful. I went to Rio. Perfect beach, okay? So this is a way for you to practice. Now, one thing that you can do, for example, Priscilla, I don't have anybody to... Jaime is on vacation. That means you can watch all my videos and practice English. Woohoo! So, let's suppose you don't have someone to practice with, okay? What can you do? Do you remember my videos about how to think in English? Sit down, you know, in your living room, in the bathroom, on your bed, and think about the activities you did. Maybe you don't have anybody to talk to, but you can think about it and mentally try to make the phrases. Try to think of situations. Oh, yesterday, today, this morning, I was so tired. And think, you know, try to think of the ideas. And if you get stuck, if you feel like you don't know how to finish your phrase, write it down. Check what part was difficult for you. And this is a good idea to help you understand what kind of information you need to review. Was it a negative phrase? Was it a question you wanted to ask? Was it a specific vocabulary? This is the way to put into practice, put into action the things you're studying. That's why I insist on the How to Think in English videos, okay? Where are you going to, Jamie? Let me know. And, and going back to the question, I had a wonderful time, okay? My vacation was great. I did many things, okay? It was, oh, Rome. Oh, wonderful. Rome is beautiful, you know? Oh, and just so you know, oh, I don't remember the place. Oh, I'll type in the comments somewhere on Facebook. I have some tips about Rome. It's a wonderful place. I've been there. Nice. Daniel is saying that he recommends my videos. That's wonderful. I just have a student joining, Atalita, my student. Thanks for joining. Anyways, guys, I did many things in Buenos Aires. I went to many places. I ate a lot of food, too much food actually. My God, the servings at the restaurants, they're huge. The steak, it's like, my goodness, it's huge. Everything's huge, okay? And they serve a lot of bread. So when you realize you had a lot of bread, okay, and when the main course is ready, you're not so hungry anymore, but you eat anyways because you paid for it. So it was wonderful. I took many pictures because it's the best. Remember, I took many pictures. I visited many I visited many places. It was a wonderful experience, all right? For example, you can think in English about your last vacation. How do you do that? Sit down and remember the activities you did. Sit down and remember the places you went. And try to, here, imagine. I went to Miami on my last vacation. Oh, that was great. I went to many places. I did many things. I took pictures. I went to Disney in Orlando. So try to create a story about the activities you did, okay? That's how you are going to improve, all right, your overall simple past structure. And believe me, it can be done, all right? Another thing you can do is read the news or read the magazines or stories, books, okay? Because there's a lot of simple past in this material, so explore it. Try to identify the phrases that are in the simple past when you are reading these articles, magazines and books, okay? Very well. And the final tip, watch my videos. I think, yes, I have a 3-day challenge video about simple past. Whenever you have problems, whenever you are trying to remember simple past and you're having trouble, watch those videos. They will help you remember, review the simple past, okay? Daniel is saying he went to California, he took pictures. That is awesome, okay? I imagine it was an amazing experience. Did you drink coconut water on your vacation? No, I didn't. Actually, I had problems with water in Buenos Aires. I traveled to Buenos Aires 10 years ago, okay? In my first trip in 2007. And when I was there, while I was there in 2007, I had a terrible problem with the water. I couldn't drink the water there. I don't know why. The taste, okay? The taste of the water was different. I don't know why, and it was very difficult for me. I even got sick on the first, during the first trip. Now this time, when I went there again, the water was not so great. I still had problems with the water, but this time I insisted. I drank the water anyway because I didn't want to feel sick on my trip again. But I had some problems with the water. I don't know why. It tastes different. Okay? Very well, guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really wanted to talk about this. It's something that I have paid attention and I see many of you guys writing. When I finish this video, if you want to leave more examples in the comments about simple past phrases, you can leave more examples, okay? You can talk about things you did and I'll make sure to take a look, all right? Now what I'm gonna ask you guys to do is share this video with your friends, go on Facebook, share it on Facebook, Google+, and other social media, all right? Other than that, next Friday I will be back, okay? And if you have any questions, let me know your questions on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and I will try to answer your question here on the live video, okay? Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.